And here in Valkenburg, I had a chance to speak with a representative of Spink, one of the oldest coin and banknote dealers in the world. Andrew, you're here in Valkenburg at the Paper Money Convention. Why does Spink and yourself come to the Paper Money Show?
Well, it's the biggest show in the world for paper money. It's pretty close. We pop over the channel and we're here twice a year, and it's a nice place to come to, and we do a lot of good business here.
What are the types of trades in paper money that take place here?
Well, we don't really do much buying and selling here. We normally just come here to promote our auction. We time two of our big auctions with this show because everybody's here, they're dealing, and then they come over to London afterwards to bid.
What are the types of items that are most popular now with collectors?
Right now it's Southeast Asia as ever. The Middle East is as ever doing extremely well. Up and coming, we're seeing some of the other colonial countries, Dutch colonial, Portuguese colonial, up and coming now as well.
And Spink has an auction upcoming with paper money. Describe the auction to me, please.
Well, I think it's the biggest world note auction we've ever done, which possibly makes it the biggest one the world's ever done, which is nice. It's full of extremely exciting items. It's of every level. There's plenty for everybody in there. It's going to be very exciting. It's the full 3 days. Then the week after we have another 2 days of British. So a lot of stuff.
And what are some of the highlights?
Right, well, first of all, we've got an Iraqi Faisal I 100 dinar, which is an issued note, which is extremely rare. There are only, less than 10 known, generally in terrible condition. This one is in VG, so it's all in one piece, and it's kind of come to the market at the right time. Iraq is doing very, very well, and we're expecting it to hit 40,000. It's a really superb item.
Why is there so few of those notes known?
Well, it's the first king. He wasn't on the throne for very long, and it was the top denomination at the time. I mean, 100 dinars in Iraq in the 1930s would have been a vast sum of money, and there were not many printed and not many survived. We have a province of Canada, $1 issued in St. John, and St. John is a tiny location. I can't imagine many were printed. It was actually overstamped because they didn't even need to print enough specifically to do it. We could only find one other auction record in the last couple of decades of this being sold. So it's a true specialist rarity, but it's quite a fantastic thing. It's actually pick one, which is always nice to find the first thing in the pick catalogue. As for price, we've put a couple of thousand, £3,000 or £4,000 on it, but honestly, who knows? If it finds the right two people, it could go very high. And finally, we have Rhodesia Nyasaland, £10 with a Z2 prefix. It's got the first signature, but a Z2 prefix, and this isn't listed in a lot of catalogues because I think previously a lot of people thought that the Z1 prefix coincided with the first signature and the Z2 with the second signature. This appears to be some kind of crossover. It's, as I say, not seen by some people. It's causing a bit of confusion, but it could well make 7, 8, 9, maybe £10,000. It's a really, really nice condition item as well. So. Lovely thing.
Why do collectors find interest in the different prefixes?
Well, there's a question. Because people want a comprehensive collection, don't they? I mean, you want to have all the different varieties of things. You don't want to feel like you're missing out on something. And also it's the historical aspect. Why was there another signature then? Why was there a second prefix? Was there a second print run? How big was it? I mean, obviously we know in this instance the second print run was a lot smaller, so it's a lot rarer. And also with a country like Rhodesia and Nyasaland, there's only actually a few issues. So you end up going into the minutiae just to add more interest to the collection, and obviously it's greatly in our interest, it's in the interest of dealers to find these differences and highlight them for the collectors.